Hello, amazing sixth graders. Today's video is going to be for Wednesday C and D blocks, as well as Thursday A and E block. I'm going to use the Wednesday page to go over the instructions for today. And just know that on Thursday A and E block, you will be following the same instructions. So, today, what you are going to do is you are going to continue completing information about the planets in your research notebook. If you have been present in class every day and keeping up with your assignments, you should only have 2 more planets to do, which are Uranus and Neptune. So what you're going to do today is you are going to start by completing the gas giant planet chart in your research notebook. Then you're going to be doing something called a planetary mnemonic challenge, and I'll get to that in just a moment. So you're going to need today your research notebook, your gas giant planet chart, the internet resources below, and some colored pencils. So you're going to start by reopening your research notebook and finding your chart. You should have just Uranus and Neptune to complete. And as you've been doing, you know the drill by now. You will use the website links that are available for you here to find information about Uranus. And then you will use the link here to find information about Neptune. So boys and girls, once you're done with that, I have a little bit of a challenge for you. So I'm going to take a moment to go over step 4 in your notebook. Or I'm sorry, in the directions. So it says, now you will participate in the Planetary Mnemonic Challenge. So let me explain what this is. What is a mnemonic? So a mnemonic, I'm going to read the definition that I put right here. It says, a mnemonic device is a memory device or learning technique that helps you to remember something. So I'm asking you to come up with a mnemonic that helps you remember the planets in order from the sun outward all the way to Neptune. Okay? So what I mean by that, I'm going to go to my digital notebook for a second to show you the planets in order where you have them in your notebook. So when I say in order from the sun outward, I'm talking about here's the sun, here's Mercury, the closest planet to the sun, then Venus, Earth, the third rock from the sun, we're sometimes called Mars, and then we have Jupiter, and we have Saturn, and we have Uranus and Neptune. And you may have noticed that the distances from the sun definitely impact their year or their period of revolution, which is how long it takes them to go around the sun. But anyway, so this challenge is just to see if you can come up with a fun or creative and original mnemonic to remember the order of the planets from the sun. Now I'm going to give you an example of what I used when I was in middle school to help me remember this. So I used the mnemonic that says, my very excellent mother just served us nachos. And I'm going to tell you why this is a mnemonic. Because I can easily remember that sentence, and then what I do is the M in my is for Mars. Okay, so this would be Mercury. And then the V would be Venus. The E is Earth and excellent. The M in mother is for Mars. The J in just is for Jupiter. The S in served is for Saturn. The U in us is for Uranus. And then the N is for Neptune. So if I were in middle school taking a quiz and I had to label the planets on a diagram, I would just think, okay, my very excellent mother just served us nachos. And I would write the first letter by all the planets, and then that would help me list them in the correct order. So now it is your turn to come up with a mnemonic of your own. And I'm actually going to make this a 6th grade challenge. So you may work alone or individually to do yours. You may partner up with someone in class, or you can find a small group of 3 in your class in order to complete this. So I've told you here that you can use a whiteboard and a marker from the classroom to brainstorm your ideas. And what I would do, if you look in the back corner of the classroom by my NASA suit and by our star wall, you will see some whiteboards and some markers. And I would start by listing the first letter, such as M, V, E, M, J, S, U, N, to kind of play around with words you can attach to those letters to eventually form a semi-logical sentence from those starting points. And this is what I'm asking you to do. When you have come up with your planetary mnemonic, what am I doing here? When you have come up with your planetary mnemonic, I want you to actually email it to me. So one person can send the email if you're working in a team. List your group members, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be choosing 2 mnemonics that I thought are the most creative and original. And that person or team is going to get a prize when I return for having the most creative or original mnemonic. So, please, again, if you have any questions about that while you're working, you may definitely send me an email. And then once you have finished those 2 tasks for today, you are all set for science. So please make sure today, boys and girls, that you have fully completed the gas giants chart for Uranus and Neptune, and at this point that entire chart should be completed. Number 2, please make sure you've come up with a creative mnemonic to remember the order of the planets and you've emailed it to me. And lastly, have you cleaned up all of your materials and placed them in the research drawer? So that is it for today. I hope you have some fun with your mnemonic, and I do want everyone to know that I really miss you all, and I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful day.